The haunted house of mirrors. Why you must look before you wake. Imagine you're trapped inside a vast and creaky house of mirrors. But unlike any funhouse you've ever seen, this one has no exit sign. No laughter. No clown music playing in the background. Just a faint hum of guilt. And everywhere you turn, a distorted reflection stares back at you. Each hallway in this house was constructed by a single tiny mad idea. That you could leave your source, that you could separate from God and become your own creator. And instead of laughing, you believed it. And in that belief, you built this house, not out of wooden nails, but out of guilt and projection. At the heart of this funhouse is a rule carved into the walls like a curse. Do not look too closely. Because if you did, you'd see there's no fun. Only fear pretending to entertain. And you'd realize that none of it, none of the grotesque reflections, is real. But you don't want to look. Why? Because the house runs on your belief in it. It needs your fear to function. And the ego that built it whispers, "Don't go in that room. Don't open that closet. Don't touch that mirror. Trust me, you won't like what you see." So instead, you wander from room to room trying to rearrange the furniture, trying to find a nice mirror, a better reflection, a gentler monster. You even start hanging paintings of spiritual slogans over cracked mirrors and blood-stained floors, hoping it will make the place feel more peaceful. But none of that is peace. It's decor. And decor is still deception when the foundation is guilt. And then, a light enters the house. Not from the outside, because there is no outside, but from a decision in your mind. To stop pretending, to stop performing, to stop defending illusions that keep you asleep. This light doesn't knock. It joins you inside the house, walks beside you. And it says something radically simple. Let's look. Let's look. Not to judge, not to fix, but to finally see that what you thought was terrifying was just smoke and shadows. Because until you look at what you think is there, you'll keep running from it. And as long as you're running, you're agreeing that it's real. That's the ego's game. Don't look, just react. Don't question, just defend. But the Holy Spirit flips the game. He says, look gently, wait, and judge not. Asterisk. Because looking with him reveals something no mirror ever could. There's no one in the house. There never was. All those skeletons in the closet, cardboard, all those monsters in the hall, fog, even the voice whispering threats from behind the curtain. A wind-up toy wound by guilt and fed by projection. But if you don't look, if you keep avoiding that closet, if you keep gaslighting yourself into thinking it's not there, you'll never discover that it's empty. Now imagine a blackboard. It's split down the center. On the left side, the ego's version of reality. Cause and effect are flipped. It says the body is the cause, that the world causes your feelings. Someone leaves you and you feel abandoned. You get sick and you feel afraid. Someone praises you and you feel whole again. In this view, you are at the mercy of form. The ego says the world is cause and you are its effect. On the right side, the Holy Spirit's correction. The mind is cause. The world, the body, and all its stories are the effect. Your emotions come from interpretation, not events. Your experience is shaped by what you want to see, not what actually happened. This is the shift that sets you free. But here's the catch. You can't even see the blackboard clearly unless you're willing to look. And not just look at the side labeled Holy Spirit. You must first look at the side labeled ego. Not because it's true, but because you believed it was. Now let's be clear about this word ego. We're not talking about arrogance. We're not talking about someone who brags or won't admit they're wrong. That's just personality. The ego in A Course in Miracles is far more subtle and totalizing. It's the entire belief in a separate self. It's the identity you built as a substitute for what God created. It's the role you play, the mask you wear, the self-image you defend. It's not a part of you, it's the whole illusion of you. So what does it look like to actually look at the ego in practice? It looks like this. You feel unworthy after scrolling social media. Pause. Look at that. Who's feeling unworthy? A character in the dream, not the Son of God. You feel jealous when someone gets praised. Pause. Look at that. Who's jealous? A made-up mask trying to steal a worth it already has. You feel angry that someone disrespected you. Pause. Look. Who's the you that needs defending? A persona built on attack and defense, not a self created in peace. You're seeking approval. You're avoiding silence. You're hiding flaws. You're trying to earn love. All of that is ego. Looking doesn't mean fighting it. It means recognizing with the Holy Spirit that these patterns are not what you are. And as soon as you see them as false, they begin to fade. Not because you conquered them, but because you stopped energizing them. So open the door. Let the bones fall out. Let the mirrors crack. Let the walls dissolve. The haunted house has no roof, no locks, no basement. It was only ever one belief away from disappearing.